What's up, YouTube family? This is Jeff, a little bit of everything home services, coming back to you with another HVAC video in regards to HVAC careers. What I wanted to share with you today is those of you who are interested in the HVAC field during this time, you have those that are considered essential workers. You have a lot of healthcare workers that are considered essential workers. A lot of different workers out there, not just healthcare, but you have you have maintenance, you have those that are doing plumbing and electrical, and of course HVAC, even landscaping. They all at this time they're still working. So I mean that's a good thing that I wanted to kind of let you know during times of emergency. One thing about the HVAC field is you will always have a job. I mean, pretty much. I mean, that's something that you don't have to worry about. As far as you can throw a rock at how many HVAC companies are out there. You know, throw a rock and hit one, because it's quite it's a lot. It's quite a few of them out there. So, and the thing about it is, I'll say this: not only do you don't have to really worry about a job, you can go anywhere almost in the world and be able to get a job, because you got to think about it when you start thinking about career choices. And I'm not saying that HVAC is the best career choice for anyone. It just has to be something that you're interested in or that you want to know a little bit more about, but it is something that you will always have a job on. Now, I'm not saying that you will always have the job that will make you the most money, but you don't have to really worry about relocating and not being able to find work, as long as you're good at what you do, as long as you're decent at what you do. Most companies, they always need help. And in our field, in the HVAC field, I mean, it's a field that's growing steadily. And not only is it growing, I mean, you have more people retiring and getting out of the field, and not enough people coming in. At least that's what they always say. I always hear. So now I will say this: getting into the HVAC field now is a lot different than getting into the HVAC field 20 years ago. And what I mean by that is, now you are in the HVAC field to know what you're doing. A lot of things are more what you call control based. So back in the day, they did things like, grab the pipe when it was just R22, beer can code, see if it's cold enough and all that good stuff. And you would hear those terminologies just to see that they weren't always using the techniques that we use today. They weren't always using checking superheat, checking subcooling, checking to see what your temperatures and pressures are, and temperature pressure, differential, and your the difference between your incoming and outcoming temperature, as far as your split from your return and supply, and the big thing, even in residential now, a lot of the units are becoming more and more what you call smart. I'm looking in the commercial line. I do a lot of work on Mitsubishi VRF units too. And those things, I mean, with it, you have to hook a computer up to it to see what's going on most of the time. And that's how it is with a lot of units now. It's integrated between HVAC, your technician, and your controls. It's both, and you have to have both skill sets. So, I mean, that's something that you will learn. But I mean, it's a good thing. So, not to ramble on, but just letting you know, during this time, I know there's a lot of people out of work, and for some, that's a great thing. It's a time for you to take time out and spend with your family. Oh man, that's great, and I would love to be able to do that, and spend that time with my family, being off for a couple weeks and all that. But at the same time, I don't have to worry about, how I'm gonna pay this bill, how am I gonna feed my family, all these type of things, because I'm still working, So I just kind of wanted to put this together and say to you out there, if you're interested in the field, I'll not only the HVAC field, but everything now is computer based. Everything now, a lot of careers, people are getting into computers, and I like computers. Don't get me wrong, that was a field that I was into, at one time, and I'm still very much into computers. So, nonetheless, I'll say the trades are not as attractive to some people, and I'll say we're getting away from learning how to do things with our hands. We're learning how to. It's great. I mean, with it, as far as the computer-based field, there are those out there that are into the internet security and into the programming and all that. And man, they make. I mean, it's not always about money, but they make great money. But I'll say, what's going to happen if everybody decides, you know what? I don't want to do plumbing. I don't want to do electrical. I don't want to do heat and air. I don't want to do these things. If we have a world of, I don't want to be a farmer. We have a world that people decide that they don't want to do those type of things with their hands. Man, we're in trouble. We are in trouble because here it is. We have a world of people that don't know how to do the basic things that we need, to survive. Farming is a huge thing, and I know I'm sidetracking a little bit, but my whole plea is for the trades industry altogether. Now, like I said, it's not for everybody, but I think I'm glad that there's a YouTube platform out there where you can go and you can learn how to do things on your own. You can learn, how to do, some basic plumbing things, some basic electrical things, some basic heat and air things at home to be able to save yourself a little money. And sometimes it's hard to get to for the HVAC industry technician to get to you right away because it can be when it's hot during the heavy seasons. I mean, we're rolling, and it can't always get to you right away. So, just a little nugget out there doing this coronavirus, and not just doing the coronavirus, just knowing the ability to be able to be mobile is what I'm talking about. So, if you need to be able to move, you can always, take your trade, your skill that you've learned in the industries and work, guys. So, anyway. This is Jeff. Appreciate you taking this time to watch the video. If you like it, hit that like button down there, subscribe. There'll be many more videos to come. I have videos showing you, some simple things, showing you some complex things, just showing you some things in the industry. Oh, there's one of our guys right there passing by. So anyway, thank you YouTube family for tuning in. Have a blessed day.